this is how to make the cigarette bomb. This is what you're gonna need: a pair of scissors, a piece of paper that you're gonna need to fold, like so, a lighter for when you're done, a firecracker, and a cigarette, preferably one that nobody's gonna smoke. You have to give me some slack here because I'm doing this with one hand and holding the camera. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take about almost all of the tobacco out. You're just gonna roll it in between your fingers and make sure you don't crush the paper. And as you can see, the tobacco is coming out. You can shake it, just get most of it. And then you go like this and you measure your firecracker. This is a little bit longer one than what I'd like to use, so I'm going to have to take almost all the tobacco out. So let me do that. Still taking the tobacco out. As you can see, there's a lot of tobacco packed in there, and if you can get a cigarette that's not packed, it'd be a little bit better, because it just is. Alright, now that you have your empty cigarette, okay, you take your firecracker and put the fuse and all the way in. Just drop it in there without ruining the paper, and put it as far in there as possible, like so. Then you take the tobacco, see if I can do this, and you put a little bit in at a time. Take your scissors and pack it in there. You could also use like a pencil. That works too. This is a warning. Do not let one of your friends or whoever smoke this, because this is dangerous. On one of my other videos, you can see that I've exploded one. It is a very, very big explosion. It's really nothing to mess around with because it hurts. I got this prank pulled on me and it really, really hurt. So I do not recommend you pull this on a friend, not unless you have somebody that you really, really hate and that doesn't know you that well. That way they can't get too mad. But anyways, this is almost done. You just pack it to where it looks like a real cigarette again. And as for the fuse, you go, let's see if I can get this. You go down into the cigarette and you cut it. Make sure you cut it all the way through. So I ended up having about that much left. Your cigarette will come unpacked a little bit more. Just pack it more. And that's not quite enough to look like a real cigarette. If one of your friends asks you why it's so like crumpled, just say it's like one of your last ones out of your last pack. So and some of it's gonna come out, and that's okay. What I just do with the rest of the tobacco is throw it away in my trash can. And then you got some leftover stuff. I just wipe it off. Can't hurt nothing. With the fuse, you can actually light that. I'm gonna light it on my computer, because there's nothing wrong with it. See? Nothing. At all. So, there's like no harm in doing any of that because it's just gunpowder. So that takes it up. And now you have a firecracker cigarette for a prank. Thank you very much, and watch the rest of my videos.